And back here at home, mixed reaction to the U.S. airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites from members of the public and elected leaders. NBC 10's Erin Coogan is live now in Providence, where Erin, protesters are gathering outside City Hall.
Yeah, well, John, with a protest slated for 6:30 tonight, you can see, well, behind the buses, you can see some of the first crowds gathering on the steps, calling for a stop to war with Iran. But others we talked to today commending the Trump administration, saying they's taking action, stepping up during escalating tensions in the Middle East.
Yeah, he kept his promise. That's why he got elected.
I think it sucks. I think we shouldn't be getting involved in these kind of things at this point.
Mixed reaction in the Ocean State to news of 3 confirmed U.S. airstrikes on nuclear sites in Iran.
I don't know why it would be a mixed reaction, because it just made the world a safer place everywhere.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Rhode Island GOP Chair Joe Powers say it's a necessary military move without the implications of full-out war.
The president has the legal authority to conduct limited strikes based on both the Constitution and the WPA. It would take the Congress to actually put a declaration of war out. And that hasn't happened yet, and the Congress hasn't stepped in. So there is no declaration of war. So we're not at war with anybody.
Still, some we spoke to fear potential Iranian retaliation in the form of economic, cyber, and overseas attacks on U.S. military bases.
I'm not concerned for us personally because we're never really the forefront of the offense, but I'm concerned for the people over there that are actually suffering.
We have to be conscious of the possible retribution that Iran could take. That would endanger our personnel in the region and maybe across the globe.
Rhode Island Senior Senator Jack Reed weighing in on the airstrikes.
Ironically, this could accelerate the Iranians' desire to have a nuclear weapon because they would feel it's the only way they could protect themselves from these types of attacks.
Other local Democrats have also issued statements condemning the bombings. Quote, "The Constitution gives Congress, not the president, the authority to decide where and when we wage war." Rhode Island Congressman Seth Magaziner released in a statement, quote, "I fear that it risks igniting a broader conflict in the region that could cost the lives of American service members and civilians," end quote. Again, as the first protesters are making their way to City Hall, important to note, too, is that this isn't the first local protest we've seen against fighting in Iran. This was last week. You can see those signs and posters being held outside the federal building. We're live in Providence. Erin Coogan, NBC 10 News.